So here we are with another relatively quick look at Sim Update 10. Now, it may be hard to see here on my settings, but I have 100, 150, and I'm running balance. That seems to be the best so far that I find. Everything is set up on high, except for grasses and bushes, or medium. Even my clouds are on high, and I have flown with those on ultra as well. Texture resolution is on ultra. Windshield effects, well, it was on ultra, but I'm probably going to turn that down. But you can see sitting here in Kilimanjaro, we're getting a frame rate of 41 in the Boeing 247 Delta. And again, I apologize once again for the jumpiness that's caused by the Quest recording feature and having the frame rate. So I turn the frame rate off as much as I can. But I check it quite often, and you'll see that through here. And almost everywhere that I've checked it down here so far, flying in this configuration, I'm averaging around 40 to 41. So, to me, the real big difference is, well, first, I've never flown with my clouds on ultra. I mean, I've tried it, but in the past, it would drop my frame rates to below 20 if I went up to ultra. I could kind of almost a little get away with it set on high, depending on how many clouds are in the sky, but it was always a frame rate killer. Now I have the OpenNIS Scalar Toolkit right now and running. I do not have the post-processing enabled. I'm going to turn that on a little bit further into the video. But right now, that is not. So all the colors and shades and brightness that we're seeing right now is the default. And I like to turn on the sunglasses because to me it makes the whole world just look much more vivid and realistic. I can read the numbers on my heading indicator, I can read the numbers on the speedometer, on the tachometer, I can read all the large dial numbers that I need to. I can lean in just a little bit to check the smallers, like on the EGT and the manifold pressure and so forth, the smaller gauges. But most of them, and you can see here we're doing about 30, I think it's, 3940 frames per second still here in that last check. Now, I don't know if it's on this recording or not, but there were a couple of times where all my gauges just kind of locked up on it. Yes, you just did that. Now, I don't know if that's the plane, the sim update, or what. I've never seen that before, so I'm going to keep an eye out for it. So far, I have flown 8 of the standard default airplanes with sim update, and I've not had any issues with any of them so far. With, again, that one thing, and that, if you just saw it jump there, that was just because I set my altimeter. I forgot to do that. But the gauges, just kind of locking and then unlocking on me a couple times. Just in this airplane and just on this flight so far. So see, we're still averaging around 40 frames per second here. And I think I'm going to turn on the post. That was just an alert that there's lightning in my area. We're dealing with thunderstorms here today. The post-processing, like I said, that's the one that lets you set the high in OpenNIS, the toolkit. The post-processing is the one that lets you adjust things like the brightness, the highlights, the shadows, and so forth. But I'm loving the clouds. Even on high, it's a big difference. I've never been able to fly with them like this, and so it really is an incredible difference. And one major improvement that I've witnessed so far is the fact that I can fly now with my clouds on high or ultra and still maintain near 40 frames per second. Now, obviously, this is not going to be the same in the cities. I did a flight earlier around Gibraltar, and it wasn't too bad, so it's going to take some tweaking. And again, this is still the beta, so who knows what other little fine-tuning improvements they'll make. it's making me very, very excited for the actual release. The production release comes out. Now, I know you may hear the music that's playing on the radio. To me, that is absolutely one of the greatest features of this airplane. I love this plane, but it just feels right to be playing the music from the era. I'm an older guy. I don't mind listening to that music and big band music and all those older songs, because a lot of them I heard as I was growing up. I used to play a lot of them, so. And my grandmother would have played the music that you hear now, so I would have heard some of this as a kid growing up too. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Just to me adds that one more step of realism inside of a plane like this, where you can tune in what would be, oh, I decided to parachute out here. No, just kidding. I was just playing with one of the cameras, but I was just curious to see how well things would look from down here. So, sorry, I'm trying to actually turn my head. Since I've got the VR headset, I'm bending my neck back right now like a ostrich trying to look up at the camera. Right up at the plane. So yeah, I'm seeing an awful lot of wonderful, wonderful improvements here. I haven't gotten the graphics where I really want them yet. I'm sorry, something just popped up on my phone and distracted me. The graphics on the ground, I'm not super happy with what I'm seeing on balance, so I'm hoping that can be tweaked a little bit more. What I'm seeing inside the cockpit looks really, really nice, very, very good looking, and not cartoony looking or gardeny looking. So I think it's going to be a really big hit with this Sim Update 10. And I apologize to, and I have been running this with DirectX 11. I will not try DirectX 12 beta. It does nothing but crash my computer to my sim to the desktop. Ever since DirectX 12 beta has been in this sim, every single time I go to DirectX 12 beta, I get crashes to desktop, to CTDs. If I stay away from it, if I stay DX11, I almost never, ever, ever have a crash or an issue or anything with the sim ever since I put it on my computers. So hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the skies.